So it's a new day, and today we are going to be planting carrots. These are a Denver half long. Now on the package it says it takes 8 to 12 days to germinate. You sow them a half an inch deep. The spacing should be 2 to 3 inches apart, and it takes 75 days to harvest. Before they're ready to harvest, that is. So I've already labeled the tower with these tags. There we go. There's another one. And in between, I'm going to stick some gourmet beets. The gourmet beets are a multicolored beet. So I'm excited about that too. So let's get started with this, and then we'll get to the beets. So you gotta sow these a half an inch deep. So let me get over here to the carrot tags. Now we like a lot of carrots, and the girls like carrots. And I give the girls carrots like a toothbrush. When you give them hard carrots, you know, raw carrots or frozen carrots, the dogs will chew on them, and it will clean some of the tartar and stuff off of their teeth, and it's good for them. So I'm going to pour some carrots in my hand and show you how this is done. Well, first we better put some holes in the soil. So here's the carrots. I'm just going to level it out. Now the sun has been beating on there, so you can see that the soil is pretty dry. Not like this down here, but that's because I just turned it around. You can see how that one's a little bit more moist. So I'm going to put a hole in the ground. There we go. And I think I might, these are half longs, so actually we'll go ahead and we'll do 2 in each pocket. And if I have to, I can always pull them out later or harvest them early for a stew or what have you. Since we're got limited spaces here and not a lot of soil, we're going to just do it this way. And then later I can go ahead and start some more seeds in the pots when I get to those for the tomatoes. Because I think I'm going to grow some carrots around the tomatoes and some bunching onions. So, okay, I think we've got all of the pockets here. Let me turn around, make sure. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, yep, I got all the pockets here. I already got holes in them. So let's get to putting these seeds in the dirt. Okay, carrot seeds are extremely small, as you can see. So we are going to attempt to put 2 seeds in each pocket. These are old seeds too. I've got quite a bit of old seeds. So if I get 2 carrots in one pocket, then I can just thin them out and always eat the greens. I almost dropped that seed. Always eat the greens for, you know, in salads, or I can chop them up and put them in a soup or something. So that's what we're going to do. 2 seeds in each pocket. Alright, I got the seeds in the pockets. Now let's see if you can see them. If you look really close, there's one right there at the tip of my fingernail. And those little gold spots right there are the seeds. So now I'm going to go ahead and dampen them just a hair, because the soil is pretty dry. So we get the soil wet. There we go. And then we're just going to cover them up. And then I will put some vermiculite on top of it. So that's all you do for carrots. So I'll finish these up, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do with the beets. And just like the other carrots or other seeds, put the vermiculite on there, and then I just dampen it to make sure that it's damp and it holds the moisture in, because carrots do not like sun as they're growing. So when they're ready to see the sun, they'll poke their little heads up, and then they'll start growing. Until then, they're just germinating. So let's go get those beet seeds, shall we? Alrighty. So now that we've finished the carrots, I'm going to start some beet seeds. These are a gourmet blend, and it says 5 to 21 days to germinate, a ½ inch deep. You should space them 1 seed every 4 inches, and then it takes 65 days to maturity or ready for harvest. So I'm gonna poke some holes in the soil like we did for the carrots. Have to prop this up here somewhere. Alrighty. Let's spin this tower around. Now we do not like as many beets, so we're not going to plant as many as we do carrots, because I have a couple more kinds of carrots that I'm going to grow as well. But we'll grow the beets, and then what we're going to do with the beets is, oops, there's one over there. I'll go ahead and put 2 beets in a pocket, but what I like to do is use the greens of the beets and put them in salad. I like a lot of salad, so. And if we can change it up a hair and have different flavors in the salad, it entertains your taste buds, and that way you don't get tired of salad so quick. So I've got 4 pockets marked for beets. And here is the pocket, and I'll just show you. I'm just pushing my finger in just a hair to start them. Beet seeds are kind of big, or bigger than a carrot seed, that's for sure. Let me show you. Here are the beet seeds. So they're a bit bigger. So I'm gonna stick them in the holes and come back and show you. And then we'll get them watered up and covered so they're ready to grow too. Alright, so here you can see the seeds are in the soil. And now we're just gonna dampen them a little bit. Get the soil moist, because like I said, the sun's been beating down on the soil already. So we water it, and then we're just gonna pull the soil and cover the seeds like that. Then I'll moisten it quite a bit to make sure that they're nice and moistened. And just like all the other pockets, then I will go ahead and sprinkle some vermiculite on them and then dampen it as well to make sure. Oops, I already covered that one up. To make sure that they're good and snug in there. Sorry we're doing this one-handed, but I don't have a camera, guys, so we just make do with what we got. Alright, so there's the soil. I'm just gonna get it nice and wet there. Make sure it soaks in good. And then we'll cover it with some vermiculite, and I'll show you that next. Alrighty, so I'm gonna grab this vermiculite here. It's just one that we picked up at the big box store, and show you how we do this. There's your pocket, and just gonna dump it in there, tap it in there a little bit, and cover the soil. It's not easy to do this one-handed, but we'll get there. And just press it in there a bit. Make sure that it's nice and tucked in. And then I will take my water bottle and swap hands quick. And then we're just going to dampen the vermiculite so that it sticks and the wind doesn't blow it away. So get it nice and moist. And voila! The beets, gourmet beets, are now in the soil. So, I hope that was useful for you. You enjoyed that. Make sure that you like and subscribe. So, I'll come and do some more seeds starting here in the next couple videos because we still have quite a lot to get started. Until then, remember, you are someone, you do matter. I love you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next video. Until then, ciao now.